The third race for GT World Challenge Europe in 2025 and the second round for the sprint season. Let's talk about the two races from Zandvoort. Firstly, what I was going to say is that Zandvoort produced two different races in terms of the outcomes, typically. Like, you'd often see different people at the top for one compared to for the other. As an example, Muller and Niederhauser in the first race, and then in the second race, Wirtz and van der Linde. Not that they were particularly struggling in the other races, but they had one that was particularly stronger compared to the other. Same with the likes of Klemenko and Lecourtois. I'm probably butchering that name. But somebody who was consistently good, or a team that was consistently good across both, was Engsler and Pepper. They performed pretty well and got respectable finishes in both races. Unlike, for example, Everard and Magnus, or any of the other ones that we've mentioned elsewhere. But another duo that did do quite well in terms of the silvers was Alex Acker and Ezequiel Perez-Companc. Again, perhaps unsurprisingly, we're talking about a lot of really good drivers here, so if they had a good one and a bad one, they're typically up towards the sharper end of the good ones. But if they had consistently good ones, also a demonstration that they are good performers. But there were also other drivers that struggled, drivers who had to retire from races for various different issues. I'm thinking of the likes of Piana or Neubauer before Leclerc could get in. There were some drivers who just made such strange mistakes. I'm thinking like Lapalainen or Alessio Rivera. Geez, that mistake in race 1. That was so strange. For somebody who didn't he win his class? Like, I'm pretty sure he's part of the Vista AF course that won at the 6 hours of Spa. See, that kind of mistake at Zandvoort is so strange and such a change as well, but from week to week no less. But overall, talking about Zandvoort, it creates a similar kind of story to something like Brands Hatch, and I would often say that those two tracks are pretty similar in the grand scheme of things. I mean, Zandvoort's had the greater investment, the increase in the bankings. It's the final corner, at the first corner, at the technically the third, technically the fourth corner, and it's had the overhaul to the pit lane, the pit exit coming after Tarzan. But it's very similar to Brands Hatch in that it's very difficult to overtake at. It was a former F1 venue that stopped hosting F1 in the 80s. Difference is, it's had an F1 streak thanks to not a hometown hero, but a local star nonetheless, Max Verstappen. So, does it have a similar kind of vibe in that, should it be on a calendar like this? I think, much like Brands Hatch, it's good for GT racing. It's better for slightly less powerful cars, and also for less powerful cars. I'm thinking TCRs. But it does always provide good action. It's a driver's track, not necessarily a racer's track, especially not in the higher end categories like F1, but a driver's track nonetheless. Anyways, those are my thoughts, those are my feelings. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.